brand new, I'm pretty sure. I know everyone. Yes, so good. Thanks for coming. We're going to start standing up. I know everyone's sitting down. We're actually going to start standing up today. So let's stand at the front of our mat. Let's do some, I'll turn the aircons off when it kind of cools down a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna do something I just said I wasn't gonna do. I'm doing a spritz around the room. So I'll be going out the camera. So closing down your eyes. Just starting to bring your feet maybe hip-width distance, maybe a little bit wider. Softness through your knees. And bring your weight to the front, to the back, to the sides of your feet. And take a moment to feel that you're supported. You've got your feet supporting you. Underneath your feet is your mat. Underneath that is the floor. And then, the earth is supporting all of us. So here we are, so beautifully supported. And we get to remember that we actually are supporting ourselves as well. So pop a hand on your stomach, whichever hand you like, and let's come into our lovely diaphragmatic breathing. One hand, two hands, whatever feels good for you. And breathing in through your nose, and you're going to feel your hands expand with your stomach, move outwards. And then as you exhale from your stomach, feeling your hands come in a little bit. And at first, just allow this a really soft inhale and exhale. So there's not too much, you're not going to the extremes, like pushing your belly out or drawing your belly in. And then we'll sort of build up a little bit. So breathing in and out for about a count of 4. As you're breathing in, keep going with your breath. Okay, it's going in and out of your stomach. But just in your mind's eye, bring it down to your feet. Bring your beautiful breath, the energy in the space, down to your feet, down to your toes, the balls of your feet, the arch, the outside of your feet, all around your heels. And then actually keep going as you draw your breath in. Imagine your breath just reaching down into the earth and feeling beautiful and grounded. And just setting an intention for the class here today. Maybe it's to breathe like this as much as you can for most of the class. Maybe it's to feel openness. Maybe it's to give everything a go. Maybe it's to let it be easy to flow in your body, to be at ease and grace in your body, whatever it is for you. Let's take a couple of sign breaths into our intention. So big breath in, big beautiful sign breath out. Nice soft knees, last time. And as you exhale, releasing the expectation or the attachment of that intention. So it's just there floating around as a possibility. And now as you breathe in and out through your nose, I want you to as you draw your breath out, bring your belly button into your spine a little bit and your pelvic floor draws upwards. And this is a gentle activation here. So we've got about 30% activation going on with your belly button and your pelvic floor. So see if you can relax your pelvic floor as you inhale, and then as you exhale, drawing it up gently. And even drawing up all the way to your glutes just a little bit. And then bring your weight into your heels, about 60% of your weight into your heels. Release your arms down by your sides, palms facing me. And someone's got that string at the top of your head, the crown of your head, reaching, drawing your whole body, your spine has all of this space in between each of the vertebrae as someone is pulling that string up towards the heavens. Shoulders relaxed, softness in your knees. And just being with all of the sounds outside of this room and inside of this room. And if you're getting distracted by to-do lists or things that have happened before or that are going to happen afterwards, after this class, I invite you to bring your awareness to your toes and give them a press into the floor gently. And this can really bring you back, and you can do this anytime you want. Anytime you think, oh, I really want to just come back and ground myself. I'm really in my head right now. You just take a beautiful breath in, gentle little press of your toes into your shoes or the floor. And here you are, back in your body. And while we're standing here, we're going to come into our 3 beautiful arms together. So give your knees a little bit of a jiggle. So we want a nice soft body. There's no rigidity here. There's no way that you need to be standing or that you need to be doing anything here. It's all about you tapping into your body, what feels good for you. So have a little wiggle, just feel the looseness and the softness, even with this beautiful support and structure going on in your body. And then when you're ready, you might want to bring your hands onto your heart, or maybe one on your belly, one on your heart, whatever feels good for you. And let's take a big sighing breath to prepare, and then come into our 3 arms. So big breath in, big sigh, and we'll inhale to om. Beautiful belly breaths, deep diaphragmatic breathing again, present in your body. And then when you're ready, you might want to open your eyes, or you might want to keep them closed, whatever feels good for you. We're going to come into gentle movement. If you open your eyes, just look down at the floor first of all, and come into some gentle jiggles, a little bend and straighten of your knees. Maybe a little bit of a jiggle from side to side. And make it kind of rhythmic. And it feels really good when we get into a rhythm. It's almost like we go into a little bit of a meditation. And the nervous system really loves this. The nervous system just loves having a jiggle and a bit of a thump even of the body in a rhythmic kind of way. And then opening up your eyes if they aren't already. Coming into a little bit more, and again looking down maybe, coming onto one leg and then the other. So really coming back, into the present moment, into your mat, giving your arms a shake around and feeling this grounding again, how fun it is to balance on one leg while you're shaking things around. A little wiggle, and then let's ground and let's do a couple of beautiful shakes around your energetic field. You might want to do jazz hands, you might want to do flicks of your wrists, and then coming down into holding that beach ball. Just feeling again, wow, there's all this, I feel these tingles in my hands, just energy. It's so easy to create beautiful feeling energy in our body. And then take a breath and imagine that you bring that energy into your heart and just breathe it in. and let it flow through your whole body. Just flowing everywhere in your body. And then it's flowing, you know, it's like radiating beyond your body as well. Here it is, floating around, an endless, infinite flow in your body, and now it's just flowing out into the world. Beautiful. All right, let's come into some cross-patterning. So we're bringing our right leg over our left, same arm, right arm over our left, interlace hands, bringing them, resting them on our chest. If that's not good, coming into just across arms like this, and then big breath in through your nose. And then as you exhale, lead with your chest and come into a spinal roll, exhaling through your mouth. Inhale, rolling your spine up. So you soften through your knees, keep going, exhale through your mouth. And I really want you to slow this movement down. You feel an opening in your hips, in your hamstrings. It's a little bit of a balance challenge. And what we're doing is creating coherence in the left and the right sides of our brains, in the left and the right sides of our body. Sometimes we're in the doing mode, and now we get to join the creativity and the flow with the doing. When we do that, they're both really happy, and our nervous system is happy as well. All right, let's go. One more time after this. Really intentional, being with your body, how you're feeling. And then seeing as you come up, if you can flow straight over to the other side. So unraveling, inhale, and exhale. And just noticing how your balance is on each side, or how the backs of your legs are, your hamstrings are, how your hips are. And then how it feels in your back. Your glutes are activated here. They're really supporting your upper body, moving up and down as you're creating this beautiful spinal waves. And then we're going to do one more. Make it slow, intentional. And again. And I want you to close down your eyes again. And it doesn't have to be, you know, a major kind of pause. It can just be a quick couple of breaths going, oh yeah, I can feel this contrast between before I did this and now that I've done this. Do I feel my nervous system calm? Do I feel a bit more balanced? That's all you need to do. Just check in with yourself over and over again. All right, my loves, now we're going to stay with a little bit of spinal work. We're coming to like a half sun salutation. So feet at a hip-width distance apart, big breath in, reaching arms up, exhale, lead with your chest, coming into your forward fold. Actually, let's have a little wiggle around in our forward fold first of all. And what I want you to do is move slowly, big sway from side to side. So your upper body is swaying and you're moving the weight of your body onto one side and then the other, nice and slowly here. Can you release your neck? So give your head a shake and a nod. And then when you're ready, coming into the center, into stillness, pressing through your feet, activating the backs of your legs and your glutes. And then as you inhale, that beautiful deep diaphragmatic breathing, imagine that your upper body is just pouring out of your hips. You've got this beautiful, stable base of your feet, all the way up your legs, and then your upper body is just falling forward. Crown of your head reaching towards the mat, or whatever that looks like for you. And hands under your blocks if you want the floor closer to you or your arms longer. Beautiful. Coming into the center if you haven't already stopped. Taking a big breath in, and we're going to bring our feet a little bit, 45 degrees, and then lower our hips with our inhale into our squat, or whatever squat looks like for you. Inhale. And then exhale back into forward fold. Keep your feet a little bit diagonal. And then rolling up to standing, big inhale. And we're going to do that again without the pause in the forward fold. Exhale, swan dive down. Beautiful inhale, hips come down, open up your chest if you can. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rolling up super slowly. Beautiful. We're going to do that the other way. We're going to roll down this time. So exhale, rolling down. Inhale, beautiful open chest with arms, squats. Exhale. And then lead with your chest, reverse swan dive, inhale, back to standing. So I want to make sure, we're going to do that again, your legs are really supporting you here. Your glutes are activated. So your upper body, your torso is engaged too, but your upper body is completely supported by your legs as you move. So you're feeling, your lower back isn't taking the brunt of this movement at all. It's really distributed through your whole body, particularly through your lower body. Okay, last one. Last one, super slow. Big breath in, reaching arms up, feet coming to about hip width distance, and let's do a little bit of opening here. And just feeling, this openness through our armpits is really important for our lymph system, thyroids. It's quite miraculous what can happen. So let's just do a little wiggle from side to side, what feels good. See if you can relax your shoulders down your back, soften through your knees again, and even looking up a little bit at towards the ceiling maybe, straightening through your elbows if that feels good. I want to make sure that your neck is in charge. Make sure your neck's really supporting your head here. And then coming into the center. And then we're just coming like little arches. And then rounding. And again, we're getting a really good shoulder workout here. So the straighter your arms are, your elbows, the more your shoulders are getting this beautiful activation. So as you come, let's say you're coming into your cow, if we were doing this on the floor, slide your shoulders down your back. Coming into your cat, you can slide your shoulders up and away from each other. So let's do 3 more super slowly. Even looking up to the ceiling for this last one. Okay, let's do 1 more cat. And then bring your hands all the way down, relaxing shoulders. Roll your shoulders. And every time you move here, I really want you to make it intentional. We can just kind of like go, okay, move. But I really want you to go, I'm moving, I'm around, roll in my shoulders. And get into this sensuality, which has nothing to do with sexuality, but the sensuality, feeling the senses in our body. That's what I'm really an advocate for, because that's what we lose touch of. Feeling, we don't feel our senses. Okay, let's come into a lovely balanced flow. So we're coming into a figure of 4 and we're going to be changing from one side to the other. So let's feel nice and grounded. And if you've got a big squishy mat, by all means come off the mat. And what we're going to be doing is, let's start with our left leg. So spread your toes nice and wide, pressing toes down, bringing your weight, and just feeling that your hip and your knee and your ankle are in a straight line as much as possible. And that's going to change in a minute because we're lifting this leg up. But let's, have an intention of like, okay, I'm going to keep my knee over my foot as much as I can rather than letting it fall inwards. And my hip is going to want to kick out to the side. I'm going to really, as much as I can, bring it in towards the center line. Okay, hands on your hips, lifting up through right leg. Giving if you want to, give your knee a little bit of a squeeze. And then looking down, something that's not moving, give your ankle a circle. And your feet little, opening, squeezing. Just give them a big spread wide. This is such a great thing to do, as soon as you wake up in the morning too. All right, so chest nice and wide, hands back on hips. And then little figure of 4. And then just coming down as you exhale. Just a little bit, not too much. Inhale back up, and we're coming over to the other side, the exact same thing. So let's do this bit first. We'll circle through your ankles, one ankle, toe spread, contract. Beautiful. Exhale, come down. And now we're going to keep flowing super slow motion without the pause with our knee in. I want you to be looking down at the floor so that there's nothing that you need to think about other than your alignment and your body. So looking where your foot falls, knee is out, hip kind of coming in a little bit, and maybe each time you're coming a tiny bit lower. And we're going to do like 5 more on each side. And this is like a movement meditation, balance meditation, slowing it down, like almost like half time, maybe half speed. And then you get to see and feel, oh, actually it's hard to keep my knee from collapsing inwards. I won't come down as deep. I want the bent knee to be nice and open as well as much as possible. And then you might be like, wow, my hip really does kick out. Let me focus on bringing it inwards. All right, 2 more each side. Breathing in and out through your nose, down into your stomach. This beautiful style of breathing, creating so much calm in your body, and also heat generation, like really healthy generation of heat to activate fascia, organs, all sorts of things. Okay, are we done? I think that's it. Beautiful. And again, standing at the front, lifting up your toes, spreading them nice and wide, and then just bringing them down onto the mat. A little bounce of your knees, a little openness through your chest. Beautiful. And let's come into another little flow. A nice little sun salutation flow. Big breath in. Big forward fold. And lots of little steps back to your down dog. So I want you to take lots of steps. Come into your down dog. Have your hands spread nice and wide, pressing into your finger pads here. Pressing into your finger knuckles, the balls of your hands, and the heels of your hands have about 30% weight. And by all means, start to, keep moving here, whatever feels good for you. A little walking of your dog. Just as you come into this pose, really start to be mindful in your movement. Move around, squirm around a little bit, whatever feels good for you. And then coming into your stillness. Anytime you need to come down onto your knees, please do. Or you can come down onto your elbows if it's not great for your hands or your wrists. And then what I want you to do is press through your hands. Tiny little bend in your elbows. Beautiful open armpits. Big breath in. Reach hips up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, heels come towards the floor as your shoulder blades slide down your back. Let's do one more breath. Beautiful. And let's take a nice deep breath in. Heels come up, we come forward into our plank, knees come down. And we're going to come all the way down onto the mat. We're going to come into a little sphinx. Untuck your toes, elbows underneath your shoulders, and give your hips a very gentle rock, like a slow, gentle rock. And this can help release through the lower back as well. And when you're ready, coming into stillness, and I want your upper chest to be coming through your upper arms, or your chest coming through your upper arms. Shoulders relaxing down your back. And just take a couple of moments here, dig your elbows into the mat and feel that your upper body is actually drawing out of your hips. So there's no crunching in your lower back. If you're feeling like, oh, I can feel that crunching, come down a little bit. Keeping integrity in your shoulders though. Your shoulders are relaxed down your back, chin in line with your chest. And let's take some deep breaths here into your stomach, and you'll feel your lower back expanding a little bit too. And just feel a bit of space created at the back of your body. Let's do one more beautiful deep inhale. Beautiful. Come on down, all the way down. Hands underneath shoulders. And we're coming into our little cobra. So inhale, pressing into the floor, elbows close. Beautiful. Exhale, coming down. Let's do two more of those, super slow. Inhale, chest comes through, up towards the front of your mat. Beautiful. One more time. Coming down. So we're going to come back through either plank or onto your knees, whatever one you like, and back into downward facing dog. Beautiful. And then lots of little steps with your feet towards the front of your mat. Bend your knees as much as you need to until your feet are in between your hands. Interlace your hands behind your back. Reach them up towards the ceiling if you can, otherwise just rest them on your lower back. And if you feel like you've got a bit more space there, you can bring the palms of your hands together, the heels of your hands together, and then let them release towards the front of your mat. Let's take 2 breaths here. Seeing how much you can relax your arms, relax your shoulders. Breathe into your shoulders. Release your hands, and then big inhale, reverse swan dive, all the way back up standing. Beautiful. All right, my loves. Okay, a little bit more on the flow before we come down. So grab your blocks and pop them at the front of your mat, and you're going to have them like this. You're going to have them like that. Try not to get any feedback from that. Okay, beautiful. Yes, have them at the front. Okay, so we're coming back into a little bit of a balance, into a lunge. So coming down through that left foot, all of your weight coming into your left foot, lifting up through your right knee, drawing it in, opening up your chest. And you might feel a bit more range of movement here now. So drawing it in, big breath in. Together, hinge at your hips as you exhale, come into a lunge, super slowly. Beautiful, big breath in. And we're coming into an easy twist. So option here to lower your back knee down, otherwise right fingertips and hand onto the mat, left fingertips up nice and high, and your belly button is rotating towards the air conditioners. Let's just stay here for 2 more breaths. Inhale, your crown reaches towards me. And then as you exhale, slide your shoulders down your back and open your chest a little bit more if you can. One more time. Can you keep your hips nice and high rather than collapsing them down towards the floor? Beautiful. Frame your front foot. Back knee does come down this time. Beautiful. And then scooching that foot forward a little bit. And we're just coming into our nice low lunge. So again, if this is too much for you, we'll be here for a few minutes, few breaths. Hands on your blocks. And all you're doing is just letting the weight of your hips just reach them down to the floor. Letting your hips, the gravity of your hips, the weight of your hips, just relax down towards the mat. Relax your shoulders. And again, seeing if you can keep a nice open chest here. That's why the blocks are great. If you need to be up to here, you might need to be up to here. Just whatever feels good. And you might have activation in your arms and your shoulders, but that's okay. See if you can take your breath to your hips and create the space and the relaxation. And can you relax that right foot, right knee? Relax your shoulders. Let's do one more breath here. And as you exhale, really soften all around your hips, soften your whole body. And beautiful. Super slowly, draw your pelvic floor up, and then bring your hips back. And we're coming into a hamstring stretch, so like a runner's lunge. So keeping your hands on your block if that feels good for you. And I want you to feel that, in case your hip kind of kicked out to the side again, I want you to feel your hips quite square to your mat. And then just looking down, seeing that your hips directly over your knee, your right hips directly over your right knee. And all you're doing is breathing into the back of your left leg. Toes might be up towards the ceiling, they might be a bit more relaxed. I just want you to feel sensation here. And if you want, you can tuck your back toes under. You can come to sit on your back foot if that feels nice. Just have a little rest here. Making sure you've got a nice open chest. 2 more breaths. And if you're feeling sensation, we're out here in 10 seconds. So long as it's not pain, if it's just tightness and the sensation of opening the back of your hammy, you're going to be out of here so soon. And see if you can breathe space there to just relax and open. And then as you exhale, just have that feeling of really enjoying this openness before you come up. Nice and slowly. Beautiful. And then just coming up, making sure everything's like calibrated and you have engaged everything again. So hands back on your blocks. Lifting up your knee, back knee. And again, making sure everything's engaged. Drawing up through your pelvic floor. Coming into your lunge. Beautiful. Relaxing shoulders. Maybe coming down a little bit lower. Big inhale. And then exhale, opening your chest maybe a little bit. Drawing your shoulders down your back. Beautiful. Inhale. Hinge at your hips. And see if you can pop forward with your knee in. Yeah. Yeah. And have a bit of fun. And then have a little jiggle around, a little bit of a shake. That feels good. Okay. And we'll get ready to do that on the other side. Alright, so spreading left toes nice and wide, right toes nice and wide. And then when you're ready, drawing your left knee in, giving it a squeeze. And just noticing if you collapse inwards a little bit, and then open up again. And get your balance. Beautiful. Hands on your hips, or actually they won't be there for very long. Exhale into your lunge, nice and slowly. Nice breath in. Feel nice depth of your lunge. Beautiful. Option for your back knee to come down. And then those left hand comes down, the fingertips or the hand. Right fingertips up to the ceiling. Just feeling this beautiful rotation in the spine. The strength in your legs and your hips. Big breath in, reach your crown towards me. Exhale, opening your chest more to the ceiling if that's possible. Big breath in. And then exhale, frame your front foot. I'm going to come into that lunge. So back knee down now if it isn't already. And then creating a little bit of space, maybe your stomach and your thigh, just creating a little bit of space there. And again, bringing your hands on your blocks if that feels good. If you feel like you've got a long spine, you just want to be here. By all means do that. Back foot can be tucked or untucked. And I invite you to close down your eyes and just feel the weight of your hips. It's a very heavy part of our body. So it can do a lot of the work for us. We don't actually need to engage anything to open up through our hips. So I invite you to relax through your pelvic floor, your belly button. Relax your shoulders down your back. Can you relax your left knee? Let's do 2 more breaths here. And softening each time and knowing that you're out of here in about 6 seconds so you can handle the sensation. And especially when you breathe into it, the sensation can dissipate because you're giving it space. Exhale, soften everything. And then nice and slowly engage your pelvic floor, bring your hips back into your hamstring stretch. So again, bringing hands onto your blocks. Having a look down, making sure that your left hip is over your left knee. And then just feeling that sensation in the back of your leg, back of your right leg. Can you make your spine nice and long? If you want more sensation, bring your toes closer to your shin, or you can come back. If it feels nice for you to come back, sit on your left heel. Just noticing how different it might feel, one side to the other. Might feel really quite different. Breathing into the resistance, into the sensation. Let's do 2 more breaths. Create as much space as you can with your breath. And then exhale, soften your body. Feel like, yes, I love this pose, this feels amazing. And then nice and slowly coming up. And just feeling, feeling everything re-engaged. Lifting up your back knee, making sure that your feet are pressing into the floor, your legs are re-engaged here. And then big inhale, back into your lunge, maybe a little bit of a lower lunge this time. And let's come into a little back bend if it feels good. Inhale, and then exhale. And then inhale, coming forward. Little pop forward, knee in. And down, beautiful. All right, let's take a moment, a couple of breaths. Feet hip distance apart. Closing down your eyes. I'm just checking in, doing a little scan from your toes, soles of your feet, all the way up, your legs, your knees, your hips, relaxing your pelvic floor now, relaxing your stomach, that beautiful belly breathing, softening the front of your body and the back of your body as much as you can so that you can still have integrity in your posture right now. Relaxing your shoulders, palms facing me, chin in line with your chest, nice long back of the neck, beautiful mountain pose. Just relaxing, coming to the edge of your mat, nice 45 degrees. Another squat as we come down to the mat, nice and slowly. A little rock from side to side if that feels good. And then coming all the way down. And laying all the way down to your back, and just draw your knees into your chest. Do this now. Microphone going off. Draw your knees into your chest. Give them a beautiful, loving hug. A rock from side to side. And then bring your arms out to a T and start to move your legs from one side to the other with your breath. So as you exhale, you're lowering your legs down, but don't touch the floor. I really want you to draw up through your pelvic floor, your belly button's drawing towards the floor and the mat. You're just feeling this, another beautiful rotation. So your upper body, your shoulders and your rib cage are not really moving here. See if you can keep your shoulder blades anchored on the floor. Have a little twist. And then coming back to the center, another beautiful hug of your knees. Bring your legs nice and long. Reach your arms up overhead. Let's take a big breath in here, reaching arms and legs away. Breathing into your armpits and the whole of your torso, your collarbones, your ribs, your stomach, all the way down to your hips. Nice breath out and just relax the body. And we'll do that one more time. Relax your feet. And then inhale, reaching arms and legs away again. Filling everything up and relax. Bring arms down by your sides. Coming into your Shavasana. Turn that back. Air conditioner off as well. Just allow your body to soften onto the floor. Legs are wide, at least hip width distance. Maybe a bit wider. Feels really good if they're nice and wide. Feet are relaxing out to the sides. Arms down by your sides. Palm facing up can feel really lovely in this integration pose, Shavasana. Bless you. Having your palms up is beautiful because you're receiving all of the gifts, all of the lessons. You're receiving everything deep into your cells so that it's with you every moment, every day. And that's just part of you. Keep breathing in and out through your nose and just release all control of your breath. And just being with all of the sounds around us, the sounds outside of the room and inside of the room. And just coming back to your breath over and over again. This beautiful practice of building resilience and remembering how much capacity you have. Capacity of being with and loving all of the nuances that are going on around us, all of the layers. Just take a big inhale, reach your arms up overhead, and then feeling the difference, maybe, like just seeing how that feels. Reach your arms and your legs away from you, relaxing your shoulders, and then drawing your knees into your chest. Giving your legs a loving hug. And that beautiful rock from side to side. Just feeling the playfulness of being on the floor, rocking from side to side. It can feel so fun because it's a very safe posture. You know, we're really safe when we're on the floor and we can play around. And then when you're ready, you're going to roll onto one side. Come into your seated position. Give your legs a lovely rub and just come back into your intention. And then also your beautiful shoulders and arms, giving them a rub. Really embodying this intention, just going, yeah, Like whatever that intention was, you're just getting present and excited to the possibilities that it's going to create and that are already here in your life. You know, being relaxed, being aware of your breath for 45 minutes or so, and the ripple effect all of these things have in your life. It's amazing. This is what life is. One ripple effect after another. And then just giving your thighs a little bit of a slap, playfulness, smiling. And then we'll close out with one final Om together. So a couple of options with your hands, whatever feels good for you. You can have them. I like to hold my hands and then rest my hands in my heart. And let's do that lovely sighing breath to prepare, and then we'll do a gentle Om together. So big breath in. Big sigh. Then inhale. Beautiful. Namaste. Thank you, my loves. Have a wonderful Tuesday. I'll see some of you tomorrow for the stretch and mobility. It might be another film day as well. And then some of you Thursday and some of you next week. So have a great week. Thank you, love.